if I go on one more date, if I have one more encounter with a man in his early 30s telling me that what he's looking for is a hustler, that he's looking for a queen to build an empire with, to be hustling for the next 5 years, I'm officially tapping out because what y'all don't get is us girlies in our early 30s, we've been hustling. We fell victim to the girl boss shit, and we was girl bossing for the last decade. We went to school, we started our businesses, we bought houses. We've been doing this shit on our own. We've been on our independent woman shit. And you talking to me about hustling another 5 years? My man.
No, nope, not gonna do this. Nah, she not gonna do that. Nope. If you've been independent and you've been hustling and you've been a strong independent woman, stay that. Welcome to the DeMarkco effect, but you get the full effect of me. These videos right here prove to me, right? And it proves my point because I talk about this often. I always say how with women, when life gets hard and they get older, now they want a man. Now they want to sit back in their femininity and play the back role, but be the support. Now that's when they want to do that. But before, when you was 20 years old, if you could have set your life up to where now you're married, have kids, and you could have been cool. But you didn't want that. You went to college, like she said, you got your own house, you worked, you hustled, you did your own thing, you lived your life and you had fun, had multiple sex partners. Now you're 30 years old and you saying you don't want that no more. In order to get a man to obviously take care of you and accept you, what these women have to learn is there's going to be a switch, right? There's a way that you get that. And it's not by making a video complaining about, if I have another guy say, I want a hustler, I want a queen to build an empire with and everything. If you want that as a woman, those are the ones that get the man. The ones that actually build with them. The ones that's there for them. Not the ones that wanted to be established already. Because one thing we have to understand when it comes to dating, dating in its entirety is stupid as fuck. Right? Dating is dumb anyways. Dating nowadays is just going on date, having sex, talking about what y'all want to do, but not entirely doing it. That's dating nowadays. Right? Dating back then, from what I've heard and what I've seen, was much different. I can't say I experienced it to be different because I wasn't here, right? But from what I've heard from older people, dating was very different back then. It was simple. It was no social media. It was no Instagram. It was none of this. It was simple to the point. You know, you meet a woman in your local area, and y'all more than likely together. You may go to school with her. You may work with her. You meet a girl that way. But now it's like hookup culture. So now all of this bullshit with this Instagram and all of that shit, people have sex through these places. These dating apps is not a dating app. It's an app to find some quick vagina or some quick ding for women. Right? So for her, I mean, honestly, as a woman, if you want to have a man, that's more than likely nowadays what you have to deal with. I mean, and it's the same shit you've been doing anyways. So why not do it with two people instead of one? You can't then say, hey, I've been doing this for 10 plus years. Now I don't want to do it because I'm 30 years old anymore. I just want a man to do it for me. You can't then say that now because the way that men look at it is like, okay, you've been paying your own bills, you've been working, you've been hustling. I want us to hustle together. Let's do it together. It's two versus one. But then she's like, I can't do that. I'm 30 years old now. I'm okay. I need to sit back and I need to I need to be in my family and I just need to not do anything. I need to let you take all the work and I ain't gonna do nothing. That's not gonna work. Not at all.
And I'm trying to have some babies. I'm trying to have some babies. And you want me out here working too and hustling? You got me fucked up.
We got her fucked up. She's close to Jerry. Look, she's at the age where it's dangerous to get is dangerous to more than likely have kids when you're in your 30s, especially when you're close to 35. Uh I mean, obviously if you go to your OBGYN and you ask them, and you obviously get, tests done and everything like that, they'll let you know you're in perfect and good condition to have a kid without the risk of actually passing, okay? Or some type of, bad event happening to you. But as her at her age at 30 years old, you can't then want kids now, because why do I need to now take care of you at your age when you've been doing it for your whole life? Especially if you're not giving me anything that you want, especially if you don't wanna work with me, you don't wanna build anything with me. You want me to take all of the work and you just wanna have the kids. No. You weren't that way, so you just can't switch to be that way. Mind you, if that's what you want, right? Because I'm not the person that's gonna tell you you can't get it. All I'm saying is it's more than likely not to happen, especially with not going to therapy and figuring out exactly why you are the way that you are. Because a lot of people also neglect therapy too when they get into a bunch of these relationships and they're older. Because women are more stuck in their ways when they're 30 years old and higher, opposed to men are more willing and learning, open to learning, right? So as a man, you tell him what he got to do. He's like, okay, let me do this. But you tell a woman what you have to do. She's like, nah, I'm not doing that. Forget all of that. Like she said, you got me fucked up. I'm not doing that. You want me to hustle and work, and I've been doing this for 30 years. I'm 30 years old. I've been doing this since I was 20, and I've been lied to. And yes, that is the truth. Women, y'all have been lied to. They have the feminist movement. They sold y'all a dream. Those married white women that started the feminist movement, and the African American community took it over more than any other ethnicity. They sold y'all a dream. And that's the truth. For any woman, they've sold y'all a dream. Marital rates have went down. They sold y'all a dream. And I get where she coming from. Shit. I mean, who don't want to work and who want to be taken care of? I get what she's talking about. But is it more than likely to happen, though? That's the real life question. More than likely for her, no. Probably not going to happen. The saddest thing is when I see 40 and 50-year-old women that don't have no husband or don't have a man that they can even be in companionship with. That's the saddest thing, because those women struggle. And you look back at your 20s, you're like, damn, I could have been had a good man if I just was not so strong and independent. I could have been had a good man if I didn't expect him to do this and do that and do that for me. If I just work with him instead of trying to meet him at the finish line, I would have been with him. I would have had a husband. I would have had a family. And that's like something that women, y'all realize when y'all get older. And I don't feel bad for y'all, because those guys probably would have had to deal with you with how you are now, which is unmarried, have no kids, or you maybe got multiple kids and you're unmarried. Whatever. But other than that, make sure y'all leave a comment down below, because it is valuable. Leave a like because it's free. It doesn't cost anything, and it pushes the algorithm for the videos too, if you didn't know that. Also, for those that are not subscribed and you just subscribed, I love you. If you already subscribed, I love you already. Other than that, I love all of y'all. I appreciate y'all. Have a good evening, good day, good night, good morning, wherever y'all are. I'll see y'all.